on him!
Welcome to Fish North Georgia's The Guide. Here's Foster Dubroc.
Hey guys, Foster back here with another fishing report for North Georgia Fishing. This is June 11th, 12th, and 13th. I was again back down there on Lake Eufaula practicing for the BFL at the end of the month. So next week I will leave and go again. I'll probably have another fishing report again for Eufaula just because that's where I'll be fishing. But this week I stayed out deep, graphed a lot, and every time I did go shallow, I was actually fishing behind or fishing in front of a professional, so I didn't feel like I needed to go waste fish for them just for me to go practice. So I was trying to be, considerate. They were fishing for $100,000, and I'm practicing for a tournament next week, so I knew that I'd have time to go practice if they were up shallow, and I could just watch at weigh-in who was fishing and could tell if it would work or not. So for a while I didn't go up shallow, but I did throw a frog a little bit this week just to see, and it worked out. I caught some good fish doing it, but as y'all know, this week the tournament was one out deep, fishing brush piles in that 12 to 22 foot range. And so I knew that going into it, so I kind of stayed out there graphing, found a lot of fish, found a lot of brush piles, found a lot of rock piles, found a lot of trees, found a lot of everything that I needed to. But it was super hard to find which fish wanted to bite at which time. I mean, it's a timing deal out deep, we all know that. But it seems like after you found the right brush, if you could get on them and in the right direction, they wanted it at the right time of the day, that you could catch them quick and fast and in a hurry. Again, this week, caught them on a 3/8 or 3/4 ounce football jig, and just stroking it real deep in the brush and everything like that. You cast it out there, let it sink all the way down, and as soon as it got there to the brush, you just kind of yo-yo it up and down the brush on a limb, and as soon as you kind of let it slow back down, it just boom. And that's how I got a lot of my bites. I'd actually try to get it stuck in the brush and just hit a branch, and then as soon as I would get that more than a couple times, I got a bite. I mean, I was catching a lot of good consistent fish out of some brush, and throwing a crankbait. I was throwing like an 8XD and a DT20. Switching it up between the both because an 8XD rattles. It's a really hard knock, but then a DT20 is silent. So I was throwing that, just feeling which one they wanted more. I actually caught more bass on the 8XD, but I caught a lot more fish. I caught quality fish on the 8XD. I caught like a bunch of crappie and a couple of short fish on the DT20, but I caught a majority of my fish. It's just because I have a lot of confidence in it. I threw it more, but I caught a lot of fish on a big worm and a jig. Mostly on a jig. I caught a 6, a 4, and a good quality of 3-pounders on a jig. So it was weird is if you could find like the depression or a hard line with brush on it, you could catch fish on it. So but like I said, I had to fish around a lot of pros, so I couldn't go in on them, couldn't fish around them. I just wanted them to have their deal because they were fishing and I was just practicing. But for sure, if you're wanting to go down there anytime soon, like Eufaula, if you can tell, it's on fire. Like they're catching the fish day in and day out. Like the Toyota series that was there last week took 21 pounds a day, like consistently 21 pounds a day to get in the top 3. And then for Eufaula, for the Elite Series, it took 19 to 22 pounds, 23 pounds a day to stay in the top 5. And it took 17 pounds just to get 17 pounds a day with one kicker bag. So you had to have one day over 20 just to be in the top 10 for the Elites, which is crazy unheard of. Not a lot of lakes can be able to compete day in and day out and be able to put up those big weights. I mean, for 4 days of fishing with all the crazy weather that we've had and all the heat that we've had, plus all the weight. So they had 4 major tournaments on the lake before the Elite Series got there. Then the Elite Series got there, and it still took 88 pounds to win. So, which is unheard of. And Buddy Groves had 27 pounds on the last day. So, the lake's kicking out big fish. It's kicking out big weight, and it's doing it consistently day in and day out. So, if you want to go somewhere, excuse me. If you want to go somewhere, Eufaula, excuse me, y'all. Eufaula is the place to go right now. 100% hands down. You can throw a frog, you can swim a jig, you can flip a jig, you can go punch, you can go throw a big jig, you can go throw a big crankbait, you can go throw a big worm, like, you can go skip docks, you can go do whatever you want to do, which I don't know how long that'll last, but it's going to last for quite a couple more weeks, probably for another month, that you can be able to go do it until the shallow bite fizzles out, and then it's strictly offshore. So if you want to go fish deep, shallow, mix it up between the both, now would be the time to go do it on Lake Eufaula. But that's my fishing report for Eufaula for June 12th through the 13th, 14th. So if y'all are thinking about going and traveling down there, that would be the place to go. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time.
Thanks for watching the guide here at Fish North Georgia. Our mission is to build a community of anglers to give you the best and latest information to make your day on the water more successful. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the bell so you'll be notified of any future content. Make sure you check us out at fishnorthgeorgia.com, where we carry a large variety of bait manufacturers from here in the North Georgia area. So we appreciate you being part of our community, and we'll see you soon.